we have another lawsuit. I think this is number 6 now.
So when she walked in, she was super loud. Her voice was extremely recognizable. And she was like, she looked up, she was like, oh. She looked at us. I'm sure it was very obvious to her as a celebrity what was going. We were loading up our car and out, so I heard a hi, first of all. And it was a woman's voice. And I looked up, see her, she's got her phone up. And out of instinct, I just said hi back because what do you say? I could tell she aimed it towards the license plates and then handed it off to her security guy. And then
Blake Lively just gave us a plot twist no one saw coming. And no, it's not about a new season of Gossip Girl. It's more like Gone Girl Texas Edition, featuring hotel drama, Joanna Gaines, a traumatized guest, and a mystery so juicy you'd think it came out of a Chip and Joanna fixer-upper basement. So here's the lowdown. Blake, yes, the same blonde bombshell who graced the steps of the Met Gala in couture and somehow made marrying Ryan Reynolds look casual, checked into Joanna and Chip Gaines Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas. Sounds cute, right? Rustic charm, shiplap, neutral tones, maybe some overpriced candles? Wrong. Instead of sipping sweet tea in the lounge, Blake apparently brought the whole Bravo-level scandal with her. According to sources, aka people who witnessed the madness with their own eyeballs, Blake was acting, let's just say, different. Not Serena Woodsen different. We're talking loud, twitchy, center of attention energy that screamed, "I'm famous and slightly unraveling." Like she wasn't just checking in, she was checking every hallway like she was auditioning for a reboot of the Bourne Identity. The real drama? Enter innocent bystander Caitlin Cooper, a regular guest, a civilian, the human version of a pumpkin spice latte. Caitlin was just trying to enjoy a peaceful weekend with her mom at this charming boutique hotel. That is, until Blake Lively allegedly decided Caitlin was a threat? A paparazzi? A secret spy? A clone from her past? Who knows? Because Blake started full-on stalking her around the hotel. And when I say stalking, I don't mean, ooh, she glanced at her. I mean she allegedly followed her, filmed her car, zoomed in on her license plate, and stared at her like she was plotting to leak Deadpool 4. Baby, this wasn't paranoia light. This was tinfoil hat wearing, government helicopters following me, don't trust the soap energy. Witnesses say Blake was whispering to herself, glancing around like she was on Survivor Magnolia Edition, and filming poor Caitlin like she was the last known photo of Bigfoot. Caitlin and her mom? Shook. They dipped out faster than Chip demolishing a kitchen wall. Security was involved. Confusion was high, and the vibes were rancid. Now you'd think maybe Blake had a reason. Maybe there was a threat. Maybe someone was trying to take a sneaky pic. Maybe she'd been followed before. All valid concerns for a celeb, but here's the kicker. Caitlin wasn't doing anything. She wasn't taking photos. She wasn't approaching Blake. She was literally sitting on the other side of the lobby, minding her business, until she found herself in the middle of a live-action Netflix docuseries called Blake Lively: The Watcher. Blake's team was quick to go into crisis mode, releasing a statement that basically said, Blake was scared, y'all. She thought her privacy was being violated. She's the real victim. But witnesses called BS, loudly. One local Waco resident said, and I quote, "She was acting like the hotel was Buckingham Palace. It's Waco, relax." I mean, ugh. If Blake was so pressed about privacy, why was she being the loudest, most dramatic person in the room? You can't cry, "Leave me alone," while also filming strangers and making yourself the main character of the entire hotel. It's giving celebrity entitlement with a side of "do you know who I am" sauce. But wait, there's more. As if filming Caitlin and allegedly freaking out over license plates wasn't enough, Caitlin later reported that after the incident, she was AB'd online. Random verified accounts, like actual team members from Blake's camp, started throwing shade. One even made a comment about her weight, because apparently being stalked by a celeb wasn't traumatizing enough. Now the trolls were out here trying to body shame her too. And the cherry on this chaotic Sunday? The hotel manager's own social media started popping up on Caitlin's feed as if the whole place was in on some PR blackout. Sis just wanted a spa day and a complimentary robe. Instead, she got a psychological thriller guest starring Blake Lively and a cast of unhinged social media managers. Meanwhile, poor Joanna Gaines was sipping her kombucha in silence. And listen, Joanna is the queen of not being messy. Her whole brand is fixer-upper, not feuder-upper. But fans noticed something subtle. Joanna said nothing. Not a peep, no statements, no "we're looking into this," no "we love all our guests equally." She ghosted the drama harder than a guy after a Hinge date in 2016, which in celebrity speak says a lot. Joanna isn't dumb. She knows the value of staying squeaky clean. Her brand is built on shiplap, succulence, and silence. So when she doesn't say a word about a whole Hollywood scandal in her hotel, that's her way of saying, "I do not claim this energy." Sources say Joanna may have quietly distanced herself from Blake. No follow-ups, no joint posts, no "love you girl" comments. Blake came in like a Category 5 hurricane lively, and Joanna built a metaphorical storm shelter and waited it out. And honestly, smart move, because this wasn't Blake's first time being tangled in a mess. Oh no, remember that lawsuit with Justin Baldoni? Yep, Blake's been in hot water over allegations of false physical AB claims. The lawsuit's still dragging on like the last season of Riverdale, and fans are starting to notice that drama tends to follow her like she's a magnet for messy plot lines. So when this hotel situation exploded, people didn't just brush it off, they started to connect the dots. The "I Just Want Privacy" act didn't quite match the allegedly obsessive filming of another woman. The over-the-top reactions, the frantic energy, the online attacks, all of it started to feel like a pattern, a very dramatic, very extra pattern. Meanwhile, Caitlyn, still just a regular gal. No interviews, no TikToks, no drama chasing, just trauma chasing. She wasn't trying to be famous. She was trying to enjoy a relaxing weekend and maybe eat a Magnolia cupcake. Instead, she got stalked, shamed, and slandered, all while Joanna Gaines softly faded into the background like a ghost in linen overalls. And the internet? The internet had opinions. Fans debated whether Blake was having a meltdown or just channeling her inner method actress. Others demanded Joanna speak out. Some even accused Caitlyn of baiting Blake for attention, because heaven forbid someone just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, we can debate Blake's intentions until the cows come home, or until Ryan Reynolds posts another cryptic but charming tweet to distract us. But what matters is how the public sees it. And right now, the Blake Lively everyone thought they knew, the breezy, bubbly, charming queen of red carpets and sarcastic banter, is starting to look more like Regina George in a $4,000 knit dress. But the fallout isn't just confined to Waco. Word on the street, and by street we mean anonymous tipsters with a flair for drama, is that some of Blake's celebrity besties are distancing themselves. Taylor Swift? Silent. Gigi Hadid? Nowhere to be found. If your closest famous friends ghost you during a scandal, baby, it's not a coincidence. It's a signal. Hollywood silence speaks louder than 1,000 pap shots. Which brings us to the pattern. Yes, the pattern people are now dissecting like they're on a true crime podcast. Fans and critics alike are drawing lines between past red flags. Blake's production company projects that mysteriously never got off the ground, stories of on-set tension, legal battles with serious allegations, and now, footage of her allegedly filming a woman's license plate like she's auditioning for a reboot of You. It's not giving oops, it's giving recurring. Sure, there's room for nuance. Celebrities are human, blah blah blah. But when your PR team has to work harder than Kris Jenner during a scandal sprint, maybe it's time to pause and ask, is the Blake Lively we've been sold really the whole truth? Or just a well-packaged version the public has been happy to buy? Because as it turns out, that relatable, quirky girl-next-door vibe only gets you so far when you're allegedly following someone's mom to her rental car and recording her license plate. Like, what was the plan? Launch an investigation from the Waldorf salad bar? Ring up the FBI from the spa? But let's not pretend the damage isn't done. Even if Blake releases a 12-slide Notes app apology tomorrow, the internet has already filed this whole fiasco under yikes. For some fans, this was the wake-up call, the moment they stopped squinting to see if maybe, just maybe, Blake was misunderstood and started accepting that the cracks might not be imaginary. Is this the beginning of the end for Blake's polished PR image? Not necessarily. Hollywood has forgiven worse, but one thing's for sure, she's not untouchable anymore. Not in the eyes of the public, and certainly not when Joanna Gaines, queen of tranquility and farmhouse kitchens, is silently serving justice with nothing but a warm smile and zero involvement. So where does that leave us? Blake, scrambling, spinning, watching her team try to paint paranoia as protection. Joanna sitting on her porch, sipping tea, possibly watching this unfold with a bemused Chip by her side. Caitlin probably never booking a boutique hotel again without a fake name and a disguise. And the rest of us? We're just watching this real-life soap opera unfold, waiting to see if Blake posts a blurry story of a quote about growth through chaos, or if Joanna drops a subtle Magnolia-themed dig in her next home goods line. See you next time.